Classical dressage is a methodology that I understand, and my horses understand. And I have tried some other different ways, played around with other ideas, but nothing has given me the same sort of effectiveness that classical dressage training has done.
When I had a lesson with Leslie, she said, you know, sometimes, Deb, when you first start out, you have the reins a little too tight. And to hear somebody who is so well known in dressage say, that reign's a little too tight, was just, it did not compute for a moment. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I heard this.
I was amazed. I had it videoed, and when I got the tape back and watched it, there's just no comparison between now how I ride now and how I rode 3 or 4 years ago.
Before I began riding with Leslie, I felt that dressage wasn't enjoyable for me because I was constantly fighting with my horse. I was in his mouth, and I knew I wasn't riding correctly, but I didn't know how to fix it. And since I've been riding with Leslie and using these 5 steps, I've just become better and better.
When I started with Leslie, she taught me how to balance myself in order to balance the horse.
When you have it all together and you're perfect, you're with the horse, and you just feel like one. And it's a great feeling.
She always breaks it down and makes it really simple. You know, other instructors that I've rode under, I always thought dressage was the most complicated thing. And I was like, I'm never gonna understand this and I'm never gonna be able to do it. And she just broke it down and made it so simple. And I'm like, you know, I can do this. This is not as difficult as it's made out to be.
And it's all keeping everything simple. Simple is better. Less is more. The less you do, the better.
And I've had these excellent tests. It's because I was focusing on me, and my worst tests have been where I was concentrating on the horse.
If anything is wrong, it's probably you.
If you get the basics down, everything else will follow.
I truly do feel that classical dressage is the best way to communicate with your horse. There's a million and other ways to train horses. This is the way that works best for me.
Nobody ever gets frustrated or agitated, you know? And a lot of that's because you're not looking at the horse to change. You're looking at me to do what I need to do.
I could just tell a huge difference, and my friends who saw me ride said they definitely have noticed a big improvement from how I used to ride. I used to be, my hands were all over the place and my body was all over, and I'm much more there, steady in the saddle than I used to be.
Put my elbows down, put my knees down, and really centralize the core of my balance more over the middle of my horse's body, and all of a sudden everything happened. It was light and it was all back, and it was really pretty nice. A little light bulb went off.
I went and talked to the judge just to get her opinion, and she said, you know, it has been such a joy to see you guys change over the past few months. She said, every month when you come, it is so different. She's so relaxed today, and y'all look like you're having such a good time. And I said, yeah, before Leslie started working with us a few months ago, I wouldn't have done that canter class for love nor money.
Leslie's teaching today with methods used today what was originated thousands of years ago and what has worked for thousands of years.